Hi everyone.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hello.
Hi everyone, it's Coach Spencer here from Victoria Park Tri-Time Rugby, and what I'm going to be doing with you today is a quick video on mobility and some fun games that you could do in your house with your equipment around mobility. If you haven't watched my first video on the basics of mobility, be sure to check that out on our Facebook page, where I'll be covering all the basic things and movements that you could do around your house. But what mobility is, simply is movement. How we could get around a house, the park, the garden in some new, fun, exciting ways and improve our rugby skills. Because I'm a strong believer that the best rugby players are those who can move fast, who can move quick, and most of all, move efficiently. So today, we're going to be working mainly around the bear crawl. If you don't know what the bear crawl is, you can check out my video on the Facebook page for some in-depth look at it. But what it is, essentially, is getting your 2 feet nice and wide on the floor, 2 hands, and moving yourself around the space, just using your claws. Show me your big bear claws and your feet. Simply moving around like this. Moving around like this. Very, very simple. That's it. Moving around on just your hands and just your feet and your hands. You could give that a quick practice now, but what I'm going to be doing today is showing you a fun game that you could do with some household equipment. What I've got is I've got a bucket, I've got some cones, and I've got some tennis balls, and I've got a rugby ball. All we're going to be doing today is getting these objects, but what you could use at your house, instead of a bucket, you could use a saucepan, a basket, a bin, or instead of these, any object you could hold in your hands. Apples, oranges, socks, anything that you feel that you could pick up in one hand. But today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be seeing if we could use those mobility skills that I taught you in our first session, and kind of seeing if we could move around and start using them in some different scenarios. So today what we're going to do, very, very simple game. You could play it in your living room, in your kitchen, in your garden, and now in the park. But what I want you to do is to scatter some objects around the bin. And what we're going to be doing now is getting on our hands and on our feet in that nice bear crawl and seeing if we could pick some of these objects up and start placing them in the bin. What I'm going to be doing that now. I'm going to start picking up my cones, my balls, and my tennis balls. But first, if you want to get used to it, pause the video, try and use a bear crawl first. But now, if you want to do it with me, I'm going to be starting in just a second. So, if you're ready, I'm going to be starting first with my cones, moving on to my tennis balls, and finally with my rugby ball. So I'm going to get nice, claws on the ground, feet up, and I'm going to start first with my cones. So I'm going to start first with this yellow cone, picked it up, I'm going to pop it in here, and I'm going to start, all I'm going to do is quickly see how fast I can move and get these cones into that bucket. Off we go. Oh, I've got an orange one left. I'm going to grab it. And then finally, my green one. Lovely. Come and get a high five. That's all my cones done. Bang. Next, I'm going to get my 3 tennis balls. So I'm going to start nice and close. And I'm going to run with my bear crawls and try and put them in there. Ready? Let me go. There we go. So now I've got some of my balls in there. High five. All I've got now is that rugby ball. So I've got some big hands. So I'm going to go. Ready? Nice and popped in. Lovely. So that's a simple game that you could do at home. All you're going to need is a bucket, some objects, and all you're going to do is you're going to try and chuck it in. Now, when thinking about how we could kind of step up this game, and if you got the hang of it, what you can do is you could get someone that you live with, could be your mum, your dad, your carer, maybe a brother or sister, anyone, a friend that you live with. What you could do is you could get these, you could scatter them around, and one of you could be the bear and one of you could be the monster, and the monster wants to try and get in the way of the bear from getting all the objects into the bucket. When you play in Coach Spencer's training sessions, we spend a lot of our time on the floor. We like to spend our time in the mud, in the muck, getting nice and dirty. And what this teaches us is how we could still play on the floor, how we could be really good, strong on the floor. Because in rugby, even if you're on the floor, you still got work to do, and you can still have lots and lots and lots of fun. So, I hope these games came in helpful, and I gotta stress that you could use any of these games at home. You could watch my first session on mobility, movements, and then now you can move on to this. Getting your household items, thinking of some new games. Perhaps you could put the bucket on the floor and you could start putting these objects that you're gonna grab in some odd places. You could put them on the sofa, you could put them around the back of the settee, and you could try and see if you could use your balance, use your bear calls to get into some hard to reach position. Because in the rugby field, you do find yourself in some quite some quite unpleasant positions that you could try and get yourself out of. So, that's all for today. A very, very simple session on mobility and a very, very simple game. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos by not only me, but all the Tri-Time coaches around London and around England. I wish you all the best, stay safe, have a wonderful time.